Hi everybody, so today is a really beautiful day and I thought I'd take advantage and try to soak in some vitamin D as per the doctor's instructions and sit outside and do this huge massive Colourpop haul. I will include some pictures of inside swatches because it is very bright out here and I want you to get a true reflection of what the colours are like. So I'll actually do some photographs of swatches or some video footage of swatches slightly in the shade, so you'll be able to see them in this bright sunshine and in the shade as well, so that you can get a good idea of what the colours look like. So let's get on with it. So a little disclaimer before I go on with this quite large haul. I didn't buy all of this in one go. This has actually been over the past 2 months and it has been sitting in my mailbox, because what you can do is when you order things in, because I know how many items are in each order, I can tell which order is which, so I kind of just get things shipped to the box and then make a selection of which packages I want consolidated into one package to be shipped together. So that's what I've kind of done here. So that's why some stuff has kind of come before this. Some of this was actually ordered before the stuff that I've already shown you. So yes, disclaimer is that not everything has been ordered together. Okay, so no judgments and nasty comments will be deleted. So I got some box sets. I got 4. One of them is from the summer collection and the 3 others are actually, I think they've been out for quite some time, and I'm wearing some of the products today, so I will mention those as I go on. I've got my notebook because I wrote down like which things belong to which sets, because obviously I've deboxed or unboxed everything. But, and it's quite a jumble in this box, I'm going to show you what all the stuff. That's the stuff. And I did have it in some kind of order, but then I started to use some of the products from here, so now it's not in any order. So we're going to start with bronzers because I ordered 3, and I actually ordered these when they launched, so that shows to you how long they've actually been sat there. I ordered these and then other things I kind of ordered and I kind of wanted them before these, because although I like bronzers, bronzer's not my most favourite makeup item, but I did want to try them because I tell you why I want to try them, and that's because I love the Chanel Tan de Soleil, or the Tan de Soleil, I always butcher the name, but you know what I mean, it's the Chanel Tan de Soleil, and I'll link my review of that in the information bar below if you haven't seen it. I absolutely love that stuff and I love the texture of it, and because I know that the texture of the Colourpop is similar to that because it's kind of a creamy texture, I just thought that these would be really, really nice also. But these are the 3 that were the lightest, and I really like the names as well, but we will start with, this one is a satin finish and it's called Paradise Cove. And like I said, the swatches aren't going to be great out here in the bright light. It's just very pale to be fair, but it's quite nice because it's a satin, so it's got a little bit of a glow to it. Which kind of appealed to me, to be honest, because you don't always want to have a totally flat bronzer, so I thought it'd be quite nice. The next one is called Bon Voyage, and this one's a matte. And I think this is the one that I've got on today, is it? No, it isn't, I don't think. So that one's Bon Voyage. Obviously the matte ones are preferable because you don't really want your contour and stuff to be really shimmery. So that is Bon Voyage. And then the last one that I got is called Skinny Dip, and this one's a matte as well. And that is Skinny Dip. So Skinny Dip, Bon Voyage and Paradise Cove. Really nice. Okay, I don't know where I was, but I've just watched the 3 bronzers. You can kind of see the satin. This one actually, it's really nice in the sun because I've not obviously had it outside. And it's got some nice little sort of bronze shimmery glittery particles in it. They're really, really lovely. I don't know if they're coming up so well on there because it's quite bright, but yeah, I'm really pleased with the bronzers. The last one, which was Skinny Dip. Skinny Dip is slightly warmer. And I do actually have one of these on today. I think I have Skinny Dip on. I've kind of just put it around my temples and then into my contour. And the brush I used for that actually, which is amazing, and I use it with the Chanel Tan de Soleil sometimes, is a Zoeva brush. It's the Grand Stippling brush. Glasses. And it is the 124. So that's what I used to put that on around the temples and in the contour line. And I actually put on today, I've not got it here because I've actually already hauled it, but I've got the Aphrodisiac blusher, and that's what I'm wearing as my contour today. So I put that on with the 109 V face paint brush from Zoeva, and that tends to leave quite a harsh line, but I leave it alone, put on the contour, and then when I go in with like the Chanel, or in this case I've gone in with the Colourpop today, and bring it down from the temples and then into there, that's when that kind of blends into the contour and softens all the lines. So those are the two that I use for my contour, and they're amazing. We'll come to this little brush later when I get onto that one. So now we'll move on to two highlighters that I've got to show you, which are in here somewhere. There they are. So you already saw that I got two highlighters, but those ones that I showed you last, I actually didn't order myself. They were ordered and sent to me in error, so I got to keep them, which was quite useful and nice because I like them both. But the two that I ordered are actually these ones. I got Monster. Now these kind of look quite similar in person, but it's when you swatch them that you start to see the difference. Now this one, as you can see, I don't know if you can see, it's actually being used. I'm actually wearing that one today very lightly on my cheekbones, and that's what that looks like. You can see the pink cast in it. It's really, really beautiful. That is there. I'm sure you can see that even in this light. So beautiful. It's this gorgeous pink colour. So I'm really excited about that one. And then the other one that I got was Hippo, which is the lilac one, and this is so stunning. I haven't actually used this one yet, so this is the first time that I'm going to be swatching this one. They feel so creamy and to the touch. That's what that one looks like. Oh, that is so beautiful. It's a very sort of cool lavender sort of colour. I think it's got slightly more glitter particles to it than Monster and Hippo. Stunning. So now I'm going to insert some footage of these in sort of semi-normal outside light where you can actually see them. So here we are in normal light. From right to left you've got Paradise Cove, Skinny Dip, then Bon Voyage. Then highlighter wise you've got Monster, which is the pink, and Hippo, which is the lavender sort of shade at the end there. So those are those in sort of semi-normal light, and let's get on with the rest of the haul. Moving on to the Sundays in Silver Lake set, which looks like this. It's got all of the information about the ingredients on the back and the names of the products inside, and it opens like a little drawer. Of course, you know me, I am packaging crazy. I don't like throwing away really pretty things, so I'm just going to try and find a use for this because it's quite a nice little box. It'll probably be nice to store something in, but you do get your 6 lippy sticks in there. So without further ado, let's get on to swatches because I don't want this video to be super long. The first one I'm going to show you is called Ace, which is this beautiful peachy sort of pink colour. That's it. Ace. Ace is a cream finish. It is very creamy and lovely and glossy. The next colour I'm going to do is Thirsty, and Thirsty is a satin. It's this really lovely dusky mauvey pink colour. Oh, that's so pretty. This is the first time swatching these for me, so that's that one. The next colour I'm going to do is called Cougar. Cougar is a matte. Oh, I cannot wait to wear that one. That's so beautiful. Love it. It does have a little bit of a sheen to it, but it's very pretty. Parker is a satin. Sorry, no, it's a matte. Parker. It's kind of this browny sort of shade. So we'll see. Not normally my kind of thing. Oh, actually, it's really pretty. I like it. It's a really nice nude and it hasn't got too much brown to it, so that is very wearable. The next colour is called Cella, and Cella is a cream. Ooh, that is beautiful. Look at that. It's quite vibrant. Really beautiful. So that is definitely a hit. And the last one you get is pasties, or if you live from the northeast or from the UK, it's pasties. But it's not, it's pasties. It's those things that you stick over your nibbles so that, you know, you don't get a nip slip situation. And pasties, notice how I'm being very clear, is hyper glossy. And Cookie is, oh, you are kidding me. Wow, look how glossy it is. It's a beautiful blue based fuchsia pink. It's stunning. Okay, so that is the Sundays in Silver Lake box, and I'll show you some footage of those lipsticks in sort of semi-normal light. So there you go. Pasties, Chella, I can't remember all the names. Ace was the first one. Thirsty was the second one. Was that Cougar? And then that must be Parker. I'm not sure. I can't remember all the names, guys, I'm really sorry, but those are what the swatches look like in semi-normal light. So switching over to shadows, I ordered 2 of the summer shadows. I ordered High Tide, which is this kind of, it looks like a creamy colour, but these are both pearlized shadows, so it's quite an ivory shade. And as you can see, it's so beautiful, this one. Yeah, there it is there. It's just a pearlized kind of ivory shade, which will be perfect for inner corner highlight and brow bone highlight. I dare say you could even use that one on your cheeks. It's really beautiful. And then the other one that I got, which has got a strange name considering the colour, it's called Coconut. And I was super excited to get this one. I haven't even swatched it, but it's this beautiful teal colour. So let's swatch. Oh, excuse me. Colourpop need to make this one a permanent shade. Oh yes. How perfect do these 2 shades look together? That is stunning. That is one swipe and I've still got product on my hand, on my finger. So let me just wipe off. That's the excess that's come off there, and that's what the shadow looks like. That is so stunning. It's crammed with sort of teal and cobalt blue glitters, that one. So stunning. Oh my goodness, I cannot wait to wear Coconut. Very excited. And then I'll show you 2 shades that I did get individually, because I might as well do those here before we move on to everything else. From the spring release I got Flux, which is a matte, and I really was intrigued by this because I don't have a colour like it, and it's just a mint green, and I really like these kind of pastel colours. And it is incredibly mint. It's very, very washed out sort of colour, but you can definitely see the green there. But it's absolutely gorgeous. I can't wait to wear this one, because especially with having green eyes, I just really like greens on the lids. And as you can see, it's super pigmented. So I'm very excited about that one. And that one, I don't know if it's limited edition or not, but it was released in kind of a spring release, so not entirely sure. And then the other one from the permanent line is Slave to Pink, which is so stunning. And I wanted this really as kind of a flash of colour, like when I do a black eyeliner, a flash of pink just above that, because I thought it would be really pretty. And as you can see, again, these shades are just so beautiful. Wow. This has got kind of hot pink and purple glitters in it. I like to put the lids on because it's hot out here, plus the fact that I don't want to stick my finger in it and ruin it. But that's what that one looks like. So you've got High Tide, Coconut, Flux and Slave to Pink, and I'll show you those in ordinary light. So here we are in ordinary light. So here you've got, on the right is High Tide, as you can see, look at that ivory shimmery shade, so beautiful. Then Coconut is on the left, which is a teal shimmer, beautiful glitters in both of them. And then on the bottom you've got Flux, which is a pale mint green matte shade, and on the left you've got Slave to Pink, which is a vibrant fuchsia, and that's got some lovely pink and purple glitters in it. So that's those 4 shadows there, and we'll move on to another box set. So the next box set I'm going to show you is another lip box set, and it's called Forget the Fruitcake. I love the packaging on this. I like the sort of graphic lines on it, and the colour, obviously, it's a lovely pink. Again, you just open this up and it has the little indentation there for the 6 lipsticks to sit into. Really nice. Love the packaging. And the 6 lippy sticks are, let's get to swatching. So we'll start with Cookie. A lot of people will like some of these shades, particularly for the winter months. I wear all colours all year round. I'm not a seasonal lipstick girl. The next one's called Lady, and it's a matte. And this is kind of a very dark berry shade, and it's kind of like a dusky shade. It's really quite unusual. This was the one I wasn't sure if I was going to like this one at all, but I think it looked really nice on. It's kind of doing that very dark lip, but not too dark, and a bit more understated because it's not a bright dark, if you know what I mean. You know, it hasn't got that strong berry hint to it, that strong purple or red. So I think that's really nice. I like it. I'm very happy with it. The next shade is Tutu, and it's a matte, and this is an even darker one. Very excited about this one though, because you know I love my dark vampy lips. And that's where the distinction is here, which I'm going to show you. If you look at this one, this is kind of your bright dark, because you do see that very strong berry shade in there, and you can see that one's much more understated. Tutu is so stunning. It's a very milky sort of berry colour. Absolutely gorgeous. The next shade is called Confetti, and it's a hyper glossy, and this is part of the reason why I got the box, the next two shades. I just saw this red on somebody and I was like, oh my goodness, I need this. And as I said, I really like the look of Tutu as well. Oh, this is so glossy. This is the first time I've actually swatched this one. Look how glossy that red is. Because I'm not a huge gloss girl, I often forget to reach for the gloss afterwards. So a hyper glossy is great for me if I want to wear that really glossy red glamorous sort of lip. I can just kind of put on the hyper glossy lippy and I'm done. Lipstick, gloss, all in one. So that very much appeals to me. And then the other hyper glossy is called Tuxedo. And of course you knew I would love this bright sort of pink shade because it's just so gorgeous. And that's what that one looks like. So those are the shades from this box. Gorgeous. And I will now go on to show you them in more natural light. Look at Tuxedo and Confetti, guys. So beautiful. And you've got Tutu, Lady. First one's Kooky, and I can't remember the second one. Really sorry, I can't remember the names, but yeah, those are those colours, and they're gorgeous. Okay, let's move on to individual lip products. So I have, let me see, where is it? I've got the primer, which there's nothing much to say here, and I'm not going to swatch it because it just is basically a white primer. It's like the MAC Prep and Prime, and it's great. I use it every day before I put on my shadows. You get a large amount of product in there, and a little goes a long way. It's absolutely fantastic, so really enjoying that. Okay, we'll just swatch the lippy pencils first. So I've got Fighter, which is a red, and then the other one is called Frenchie, which is kind of a more orangey sort of red. So you've got Frenchie and Fighter. And I'll leave them separate because I actually have lippy sticks to go with those, and I'd like to swatch them side by side. The other one that I've got the lippy stick for as well is Heart On, which I saw some swatches of this and I just could not resist. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's a beautiful fuchsia colour. So could not resist that one. And then I got two other fuchsia pinks because I wear a lot of like bright pinks and fuchsias, and I like the swatches of these. I've got Wifey, which is kind of a neon sort of pink, sort of Candy Yum Yum style, or Kelly Yum Yum. It's a nice neon pink, so that's lovely. And then the other one that I got is Scandi, which is another similar sort of colour to that. It's just that it's more of a Barbie pink, whereas that's more of a sort of a neon pink. You've got a Barbie pink and then a fuchsia. And the liners are just fantastic. They're really creamy. They do make a difference to the lippy sticks, and I just love them. Right, so moving on. These are the individual lipsticks. I've got 7 to show you. So I'll do the ones that I've just kind of shown you the liners for first, because I'll swatch them beside their liners. I've got Heart On. I wore this one yesterday and this was so beautiful. I fell in love with this colour. And the actual lippy stick is slightly lighter and brighter, I would say, than the liner, but they're a beautiful match. I wore them together. So that is Heart On, lippy sticks and lippy pencil. Then you've got Frenchie, Oh, that is so beautiful. See, I've not swatched this one yet myself. It's kind of like a bright orangey sort of red. So that is Frenchie next to its liner. It's a really gorgeous colour. And then you've got Fighter, which is more of a deeper blue based sort of red. I have worn this one as well. And that's that one with its liner. So Fighter with its liner, Frenchie's liner and Frenchie stick, heart on and its liner. Really lovely. Then the last 4 colours. Now 2 of them, well actually do you know what, I don't remember which one is part, there's 2 of them that are part of the Rumer Has It collection, which is the Rumer Willis collection for Dancing with the Stars. The first one I'm going to show you is the one I'm wearing today, which is not from the Rumer Willis collection. This one's called Topanga, and I had to get this one because I grew up watching Boy Meets World, and it's just, I would never choose this colour, I don't think, ordinarily, just kind of looking at it, but it's so beautiful. It's like a deeper sort of peachy coral colour. So yeah, that's Topanga, and I do have that one on. Such a gorgeous colour. I think that one's limited edition. And then the next one, I don't think this is part of the Rumer Has It, but don't quote me. This one's called Pinch. It's a lovely nude colour. But I like that it's got a lot of peach. It's almost sort of a dirty, very dark, dusky peach colour. The next colour is called Addict. And it's a very pretty nude. So nude. There it is there. Oh, sorry, I wasn't telling you what the finishes of any of these lipsticks were. I'm so bad. But that's what that one is. It's a very pale peach nude colour, and it's glossy. It's a cream. Pinch is a matte. Heart On is a matte. Frenchie is a matte. And Fighter is a matte. And the last one to show you is Blood. This is definitely from the Rumer Has It. This one's a matte. And that's that shade there, which is gorgeous. I wouldn't say it was a blood red particularly, but it is a beautiful red. And yeah, very excited to wear that one. So that's what these look like. Blood, Addict, Pinch, Heart On, Frenchie, Fighter, and then Topanga. Woo! Thank you, Tony. Okay, so the lighting's a little bit better now, so hopefully you're going to be able to see the rest of the things I show you a lot better. I don't have to keep running backwards and forwards and finding some shade. The first thing I want to show you is the Fetch Please box set. The first thing? The next thing. 3 lippy sticks, and then it's got 3 eyeshadows. You have 2 eyeshadows that have 2 colours in, so you're really getting 5 eye colours and 3 lip colours. And the colours in here are really pretty. I'm actually wearing this one in the crease, because it's quite a nice warm colour. I've actually got on Lectra, which I can't remember whose box set that's from. It might be Megan Nake's. But I've got Lectra on, and then I've got this in the crease that's in here that I'm about to swatch for you. And then I've got Doadia and Roulette on the outer corner, and then I've got a bit of Bites on the inner corner. So, plus I've got obviously the bronzer, the contour, the lip colour. So I'm pretty much colour popped up today. And I used Fairfax eyeshadow as my brow colour today as well, because I find that they work really well for brow colours because they last really long on the skin. Anyway, on to swatching. So we'll start with the lippy sticks for this one. You get 3 in here. The first one is called Squeeze, and it is a matte. This is a gorgeous sort of dusky pink colour. I can definitely see better what I'm doing now, and you'll be able to see better with the swatches, I would think. That's what that one looks like. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's a very soft sort of rose pink. I really like that one. The next one I'm not too sure about. It's called Precocious, and this one's a matte as well. Oh, they're all matte lip colours in this one. So this is a sort of more of a brown colour, so I'm not entirely sure about this one, but I have to swatch it. Oh, I don't know, kind of a peachy sort of nude. I could probably get away with mixing that with somebody else, and I could get away with mixing that with something else, and it might actually be quite nice, maybe with a soft pink. So that's okay. And the last colour is Paramore, which is just stunning. Beautiful dark red. It's almost like a blackberry colour, that one. Really, really beautiful. I can't wait to wear that one. I really like these very dark vampy colours. And Colourpop lipsticks just last forever on the lips, so they're really long lasting. Now we'll move on to the 3 eyeshadows in here. I'll do the single one first. This one's called Just a Sip. This is a matte shade, and like I said, I've got this one in the crease just very lightly to kind of warm up the edge of the colours. I apologise about the nails today as well. It reminds me kind of peanut butter, just a bit lighter, and from the Too Faced chocolate semi-sweet palette. It's really, really nice. As you can see, it's very pigmented, and I don't know if you can see it now because I've had it on for quite a long time, but it's up in the crease, and I really like that one. And then we'll move on to the 2 double ones. I haven't even swatched these ones yet, but you get Squint and Liaison. I could honestly not tell you which colour is which. I don't know if it tells you. No, I don't think it does. But they're really amazing. These don't have that funny surface on the top like the pattern. The blue one feels a bit more smooth than the orange one. But they're both nice. The blue one is not quite as pigmented, I would say. Goes on a bit more patchy. But that's what they look like. The orange is like a really true bright coral. More of a coral, I would say, than an orange, because it's not quite as like vibrant, if you know what I mean. It's not quite as orangey, but that one's really nice. That blue is just gorgeous. And then this one, which reminds me of like Hogwarts, I don't know why, I think it's just that burgundy sort of colour. But this one's called Lovey Dovey and Hunger. I would imagine that the grey would be Lovey Dovey, just because doves are grey. Does that make sense? So that's the grey, and that is the red. Swatched in a very ridiculous place there for you. I'll just twist that round. So the red's actually quite vibrant. It's a lot more vibrant than I expected. It's not like a burgundy. It's really nice, and this grey is gorgeous. I really, really wanted the grey, and particularly the blue. I think they're just stunning colours, but I do like that orange one better now I've seen it in person because it is leaning more coral. So that's the 2 split shadows from this. That is the single shadow, and those are the lip colours. So that's it for Fetch Please, and we'll move on to the last box set. I do have the birthday girl shadow to share, which was a free gift to celebrate their first year's birthday at Colourpop. This is the only thing out of the whole order that actually broke. I have pressed it back down together, and I did have a swatch of it, but I'll have to do another one because I've just wiped it off. What's it there? It's so pretty. Kind of almost a rosy gold sort of colour. Really like that. I really like these metallics from Colourpop. So I'm in a totally different location now because I forgot the last 6 things. And they're very important because it's the Rumer Has It collection, which was inspired by Rumer Willis, who did the Dancing with the Stars. And is it a spoiler if I say she won? We don't actually get it over here in the UK. We did actually used to get it. I can't remember which channel it was on. I think it may have been Livin'. But they stopped showing it. But now I do have access to watching all the series I've missed, so I'm very excited to catch up with that, and of course to catch up with the one that Rumer won. But yeah, I really like Rumer Willis. I think she's a great actress, and I'm really pleased that, you know, she had a collection with Colourpop, because they've released some really nice colours. So I've already shown you the lipsticks that were part of the collection, and then there were 6 eyeshadows, and I got all 6 because I just thought they were all really lovely colours. So the first one is called Intoxicate. It does actually say on the back here, Rumer Has It. Excuse the nails. And then the name. A really nice brown. What's the colour? Oh, very pigmented. It's just one swipe. So that's kind of like a mid-tone warm brown. It's really nice. I like that kind of colour in the crease. And then this one, which is a little broken up, but not completely broken. This one is called Ice. It's a really nice silver. The next one is called Swan, and it is a satin luxe. That's not a finish I've come across before. This is a champagne colour, but the base of it is more of a wash than being highly pigmented. So these are very different. Very pretty. Yeah, like that. And then you've got 3 quite dark colours. So this one is called Feather and it's an ultra metallic. That looks gorgeous. Don't you love just how with one swipe you've just got such an amazing colour? So that's a really beautiful gunmetal colour. Then the next one is called Jet, and this one's a matte. And apparently this is black but with a hint of warmth, so it's got something else in there. I mean, that's it there. You can see that it's got something underneath it there. Like a browny red colour at its base. Then the last one, which I'm really excited about, is called Raven. This one's an ultra metallic and I can't wait to swatch this one. That just looks so stunning. That looks nice. So that one's Raven. It reminds me like of a raven's feathers. And then moving on, the last thing to show you is the In Bloom box set. So this has got 3 cheek products in it and 3 lipsticks. So we'll do the cheek products first. I'm actually wearing one of them today. One of them is more of a highlighter and 2 of them are cheek colours. So we'll do the highlighter one first, which is this one. So this is actually called Double Dip and it is a satin pearl. That's what that one looks like. And this is kind of almost a peachy champagne sort of colour. Definitely leans more to your peachy beige sort of colour for sure, but it wouldn't be a cheek colour, it would definitely be a highlight. That's it there. Super pretty as a highlight. So I really like that. And then the 2 cheek colours, the one that I've got on today is actually called Tongue Tied and it's a matte. It's a really bright coral shade. I don't know if you can see it anymore. I tried to start filming this hours ago and just, you know, anything that could go wrong has gone wrong. But I'll do a swatch of it for you. These are so pigmented, they're fantastic. You just need a tiny bit. And the brush that I've used for it today is actually really good with it. It's a Zoeva 122 Petite Stippling brush. And that's what I've applied the cheek colour today. But that is Tongue Tied, which is a beautiful true sort of coral shade. As you can see, that's just one little swatch. And then the last one is called Hysterical, and this is also a matte, which is sort of a dusky pink colour. Which is a very pretty pink. And then the last 3 things are the lip colours from this box, which are just gorgeous. Okay, so the first one is called Freshman, and they're all creams. It's this really beautiful pink colour. It's gorgeous. And then the next one's called Frenemy. This is kind of a coral red, which is also lovely. And the last thing is called Sweet Thing, which is a beautiful pink. And that's that colour there. I can't wait to wear that one because that is just such a pretty pink. My lovely friend Charlene had that one on the other day and I was like, oh my goodness, you know, where is that from? And then she was like, told me, and I was like, oh, that's coming. And then it came the next day. I was so excited. I haven't worn it yet, but this is a really pretty box set, I think. So if you just ignore the top one, which is Birthday Girl, you've got your 3 cheek swatches here and your 3 lip swatches there. And that's it for today, for this absolutely epic haul. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've tried to keep it as short and sweet as possible. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe as always. I'm going to love and leave you and see you all soon. Hope you're having a great day wherever you are and whatever you're doing. And I'll see you in my next video, guys. Bye!